Hi, thanks for coming to my channel. This is Midnight Moon Tarot and I'm Diana. This reading is for the astrological sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, or anywhere in your birth chart that Capricorn might appear. Also, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take just a second and invite you to subscribe and click that little bell so that you're sure to be notified whenever I upload new content. Also, in the description box below, you'll find links to my social media, my Patreon, my PayPal, and links to some really cool things on Amazon. Okay, so this reading is for the 3rd through the 10th of July 2020, keeping in mind that all tarot readings are timeless. So whether you come across this reading right after I upload, a week, month, or even a year from now, if you feel drawn to watch it, most likely you'll find a message for you within the reading. If you feel like it doesn't completely resonate with you, just keep the parts that do. Disregard the rest. Feel free to swap the roles around, especially if you're a cross watcher. And if you know your other planetary placements, like I mentioned at the beginning of this intro, then feel free to watch those signs as well for additional messages. Okay, so with that little intro out of the way, let's go ahead and calibrate these cards to the astrological sign of Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And ask Spirit for any love messages for Capricorn from the 3rd through the 10th of July 2020. Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn for the 3rd through the 10th of July 2020? Spirit, what love messages do you have for Capricorn for the 3rd through the 10th of July 2020? And this will be the last time here. All right, now I'm going to divide these into 3 stacks. All right, the card on the bottom of the deck, you'll see as soon as I do, it is the 2 of Pentacles. Yes, it was reversed. I don't read reversals. I tend to read more traditionally, like when tarot was first introduced. The reversals were not read. You get the different meanings depending on what cards are surrounding the card. It's more of the traditional, like Golden Dawn type way of reading tarot that I tend to follow. All right. Now that two of Pentacles, let's talk about this. This is the overall energy for your reading. As we go through your spread, I'm going to show you how this 2 of Pentacles is going to relate to the different cards that come up in your spread. And that 2 of Pentacles, and you can look at it right here, this very closely. And you see all this water back here and the ships being tossed around. And obviously the people in those ships are upset in what's happening in the forefront. This little guy has his back turned. He's ignoring. He's not acknowledging. He's focused on what he's doing here. You have the little infinity sign there. It can mean that he is forever egocentric, that he's egotistical, that he is self-involved. It can also mean that they're really, really focused on something that's like very majorly important in their life, like a work project or whatever. And it just may be that these people back here are feeling ignored because they don't want, like a hater. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to come play and party and whatever too much. You may have your focus on things that are a little bit greater than, passing pleasures and enjoyments. Although, if it's a partner and it's a relationship, you might need to maybe pay a little more attention to your partner. Now, whether this is you or the other person, I don't know right now, but we'll see as we go through this reading. So, for those of you who are new here, I do 4 columns, and the first column relates to you, how you have been dealing with things in the recent past, things that you're currently dealing with, and things that are coming towards you, whether it's people, options, things like that. All right, now the second column is the same thing, only it's for your twin flame, soulmate, karmic partner, divine counterpart. This could be somebody you just met. It might be an ex. It could be somebody, that, like I said, that you just met, but you feel like connection. it's the person you're thinking of the most, the one that's on your mind when you wake up in the morning, and that last person you're thinking about when you go to sleep at night. The third column is about obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties, that type thing. And the thing about that is, it's not necessarily anything that's going on. It's like your mental blockages, the things that are keeping you from moving forward. And you have to be careful of those things, because the more you focus on them, the more you can actually manifest them in your life. You know, like phobias, they're not necessarily real, but our brains are telling us that they are. It convinces us that if we do something, we're going to die. All right. Okay, so in this first column we have the Seven of Pentacles as well as the Knight of Cups. And this tells me that you've been like really working, struggling, sacrificing, nurturing, whatever is going on in your life. You're trying to manage your money, you're managing your love life, you have this love that you, I'm sorry guys if you hear the sirens going, I live near a very busy intersection. As if it passes. Yeah, this is going the other way. So yeah, this Knight of Cups here is you, or it could be a water sign that has taken notice of you and wants to share with you. This card right here would make a little more sense, since this is water back here and they're very emotional and very feeling very neglected or whatever. But this person here, you know, they're making that offer of love to you. This is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. However, it can be anyone that happens to have a lot of water in their chart. And they are, you know, trying to get your attention. They're making it known that they are very attracted to and very interested in you and making this love offer to you. And at the same time, you're very focused on this. It's like you're almost oblivious to what's going on around you, because your main focus right now, just like everybody else's, is survival. You know, trying to make it through. You know, just focusing on that stability that's in your life, which is like a very Capricorn thing to do. So your partner is maybe feeling a little left out. They feel like maybe they're being ignored. They feel like you don't have time for them, and they're considering walking away from the relationship. They may be feeling like they're just not getting enough attention, and you know, that can be difficult, because it's hard to be in a relationship where you have to sacrifice yourself in order to move forward, you know, move forward on their particular timeline. And at the same time, you're feeling like, why don't they get it? You know, as soon as I get this all settled, then we can spend time here or doing whatever. But you're feeling like this person is just wanting to take, and you don't have it to give at the moment. Okay, now this person definitely thinking that they're unwanted. So even if you are busy with work or whatever, and even if you don't have time, it could be a good time for you to verbalize to those that are important to you that it's not that they are not important to you, but you really have to focus on the basic needs in your life at the moment. Well, we have the Death card and we have the King of Swords, and this is in your obstacles, challenges, fears, anxieties. And like I was saying earlier, you have to really be careful not to focus on these things, because, you know, you can actually manifest them. Although if you have a very selfish person in your life, this could be a very strong time for you to, you know, eliminate that, because if they don't understand the struggle to achieve the goal, they might not exactly be your person. Okay, now you have to understand that this person is really feeling neglected. It's not that they are necessarily the wrong person, because they can very much be the right person. But it's starting, it feels as if it's really starting to annoy you. And if you're having this attitude like, you know, if you want to walk away, go ahead, do it. Because if you don't understand what's going on and you don't understand the importance of that, then, you know, maybe you're the wrong person. Maybe they're not. so you have this meeting of the minds, so to speak. The two of you are going to come together in agreement so that you can discuss exactly what your goals are, and you plan something for the future. Plan a trip to the beach or to the mountains or whatever part of the country you live in. Just a little getaway, and that way you can cement and solidify. You've got to have those discussions about what's important to you. When you are with the right person, they are right there with you with those goals as well, and don't mind sacrificing and struggling in order to achieve those goals. Okay, so it seems as if you're going to have this type of discussion with your person, and be able to work this out and reconcile the differences, which is good. All right. Now in your next column, and what I was saying a minute ago, how I do 4 rows, I put 2 cards in each row, and then I do that. It's past, present, okay. And then I do it 2 more times, past, present, and future. So we have a grand total of 24 cards, all right? And then we know pretty much what's going on. Now in this second set, we have the 8 of Wands and the 4 of Cups. In your partner's column, we have Judgment card as well as the 7 of Wands. In your obstacles and challenges, we have the 6 of Wands and the 10 of Swords. And in your outcome, we have the 4 of Wands and the King of Cups. All right. Yeah, the King of Cups has been showing up a lot in your readings lately. So, you could very much be involved with one of the water signs. I'm feeling Scorpio more than any of the others, but, it could be any, or it can be any sign with a lot of water placements in their chart. Now, you have the 4 of Cups as well as this 8 of Wands. And, the 8 of Wands is the feeling of urgency. It's that feeling of making it happen. These things, this water sign, okay, you have what you need. You have the basic setup for your relationship going already. You're feeling a little bored. You want that adventure. You want to be able to do things, and the things that, you don't necessarily find all this whining. I hate to say whining. You don't find that very appealing, and it's kind of making you feel like you need to shut down because, again, you just come into this focus where the two of you are on the same page, and it can be boring. It can be boring. You want it to hurry up and pass, and you want your partner to understand that. All right, now in your partner's column, we have that Judgment card and that. I'm not wearing my glasses. Seven of Wands. So, you see these lovers coming up out of the grave. This person, they want this reconciliation. Not that you have been separated. If you have, it's a time that the two of you are going to come back together. But if you are together, this is more of a meeting of the minds, more of the two of you coming together and actually working towards this. And there's less of the feeling defensive. You have been in a position where you're constantly having to defend, that you're just trying to provide security here, that you just want the best. I'm sorry, I've got hiccups. All right, now in your obstacles and challenges, we have this 10 of Swords and we have this 6 of Wands. And so, yeah, everybody's been hurt. You kind of feel betrayed, maybe a little bit, because you feel like your partner's just not getting it. They're just not understanding, and your partner's feeling the same way too. They feel like, their needs are just not being met. And what has to happen is, like I said, you have to have that 2 of Cups mentality. You have to have that equal give and take, and when you do, then you can move forward and actually achieve these goals the two of you want. You can't have somebody that is opposed to you at all of the different corners that are coming up. In your outcome, you have the King of Cups as well as that 4 of Wands, and this is that happy ending type feeling that you want. You are kind of in a celebratory mood with your partner. I do see that you guys probably maybe taking a little trip. You might be planning something coming up. It's just everybody's been on this lockdown, and it might be time now that things are opening up to maybe get away for just a little bit. Enjoy yourselves. All work and no play makes whatever his name is a dull boy. But you just have to you have to sometimes soften up. You have to feel that emotion and that need. Your partner needs comfort right now. They need that feeling of emotional support from you. All right, now in this last column, you have that Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like things are coming through for you here. Your partner has and the Three of Wands. Your partner has the Chariot as well as the Nine of Pentacles. And Nine of Pentacles has been showing up all over the place. All right, so obstacles and challenges are the Nine of Swords and the Six of Swords. And your outcome is the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. Now I'm probably going to end up drawing another card or two here at the end, but this Three of Wands, yes, your ships are coming in. Yes, that offer's coming in. Yes, that stability is coming. That new opportunity is being offered to you. So you do have that chance that you can catch your breath and spend a little more time with the person that is most important in your life. All right. All right, now with your partner, well, you have the Chariot and you have that Nine of Pentacles, and they see, you know, you're no longer that Seven of Pentacles. You're moving up to that Nine of Pentacles. You're a little more grounded. Your things are coming to fruition, all the things that are important into your life, and you're finally able to take that breath and move forward with your plans that are coming up. So I hope you guys have a great little trip or something, some little getaway. That's what's going on. So yeah, these swords, all right, Nine of Swords, these are your fears and anxieties. These are the things that are going on in your head. And you kind of feel like, you know, your partner was threatening to leave if you don't spend enough time with you. And, you know, and that kind of hurts your feelings a lot. You kind of feel like, you know, you need somebody that's a little more loyal, that's a little more understanding when your job makes you maybe less present, whether that's physically or just mentally, something going on that's keeping you from, you know, being mindful of what's going on at that moment. Now remember, these are just things that we're feeling and worried about. They're not necessarily anything that's actually happening. All right, so we have that Four of Swords and we have that Five of Cups. Okay, so yeah, your partner is sitting there and they kind of feel hurt still. They kind of feel like, you know, it's like the two of you. You're kind of feeling like you haven't been respected as far as what you need to do in order to help create stability and security in the relationship, and your partner is feeling like maybe their needs weren't met. Well, here's that Two of Cups, you know, and again, the two of you will come together and decide you're going to pick these cups up and you're going to exchange here, and you're going to have that feeling of reciprocity. And you know, here's your Ten of Pentacles you had at the beginning of your reading, and you're going to be able to achieve that along with this Four of Wands feeling that you have. This is like similar to a soulmate card that you have going on. So this is pretty much complete. There's really no need for any clarifiers. I'll be here in another day or two and get your next week's readings up in a more timely manner. Okay, but I want you guys to know I love you, and I will see you all here. And I just want to tell you thank you for all of your comments, likes, shares, subscribes. It means so much to me. And you know, my YouTube studio was showing like a couple extra thousand subscribers as opposed to what's actually showing on my page for subscribers. So there's little glitches or something's going on with YouTube. I know it's not just me, but that's happening too. And you know, as far as being able, I'm uploading and my uploads are disappearing, or they're only partially uploading, and so, you know, they have this thing where you can do multiple uploads, and that has not worked for me. Let's blame it on Mercury retrograde, which has now gone direct, so maybe we won't have those problems anymore, hopefully. Okay, and my phone's ringing, and I will see you guys soon. All right, bye-bye. I love you.